Peace, love, and light, Virgo, and welcome to your general love reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you're new to tarot and you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Take only what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. What else? Also keep in mind that roles are interchangeable, so you should place yourself and everybody in your story where you know they belong, because only you know how to move those pieces around, okay? I just pick up the energy. What else? Also keep in mind that I'm picking up energy, and we all have both masculine and feminine energy. So regardless of the sex that you see on the card, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a man or a woman. We're talking about energies, okay? So let's get right into it and see what's going on from my Virgos in their love life. I'm kicking off with Virgos because, well, we're in Virgo season. We just experienced this Virgo new moon, and I'm still feeling the energy. I feel a little bit tired. I'm a little bit drained and just kind of want to do nothing. But I was guided to do some of these readings, so here I am. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, let's start off. Spirit, please give me Virgo's person. Let's look into their energy, your person, or the person on your mind, the person that you're dating, the person that you could be in separation with. All right, hold that person here and here. All right, what are their feelings toward Virgo? Give me Virgo's person. What are their feelings toward Virgo? What are their feelings? And I'm not taking reversals, okay, just so that you guys know. What are their feelings toward Virgo, Virgo's person? Ooh, and I say that and the devil comes on the reverse. So we have the devil here, which is Capricorn energy. Okay, let me pull before I start getting into it. What are their intentions with you? What are Virgo's person's intentions? The Tower, okay. Interesting. All right. What are their behavior and actions this week? The Nine of Cups. Okay. What are your feelings, Virgo? How do you feel, Virgo, about this person? Temperance. Okay. We got a lot of major arcana here, okay? I got Capricorn energy, Scorpio energy, Temperance, that Sagittarian energy. And what else? Let's get into, what is the challenge regarding this connection? What is the challenge? The Four of Swords, which also looked like it wanted to come out in the reverse, okay? What is your advice? The Seven of Swords. And what is the potential outcome? The Five of Swords. This is interesting. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so Virgo, what it feels like here, with the devil being the feelings that your person has toward you, I feel like somebody feels just very strongly connected to you, almost to the point of, I want to say, when I see the devil in terms of connection, I'm thinking codependency, somebody who feels really drawn to you. It could be a strong sexual attraction or just a strong lustful attraction. It could also be that it's almost like a little bit obsessive. So somebody who really feels drawn to you or stuck with you. Okay, with the person's intentions being the Tower, the devil and the Tower, I feel like they are either wanting, I feel like something's going to be revealed about them. Or it could also be, I'm getting two different stories here. I feel like if this is someone who you are not, you know, you're thinking about them, but nothing really has happened between you, I feel like they might be revealing their feelings to you. With this Tower, this is something that abruptly happens, right? Something that comes out of nowhere and shifts things for you and this, and this person. But it could also be for those of you who are already in a connection with this person. I'm getting a karmic energy here. Okay, this could be somebody who wants what they want, right? I don't know what went down between you guys, and I'll clarify this here, but it just feels like somebody here wants what they want. It could be somebody who's very self-serving, and somebody who is very sexual, hypersexual, or there's a strong sexual attraction here is what I'm getting, and it's feeling a little karmic, okay? It's feeling like a karmic connection, something that you're meant to learn from, or that they're meant to learn from, or both, right? Karmic connections, you're both meant to learn something to help you evolve, okay? With the behavior and actions of the Nine of Cups, again, I feel like they want to show you how they feel about you, but again, I'm feeling like this is a connection that there's a strong attraction, but there's a lot of physical attraction. I'm not seeing, and I'm not picking up on energy that's like future focused, if you get my drift, right? There's like a lot of passion here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, which is like, you know, a desire, a spark, this passion, this, you're drawn, they're drawn to you. You might feel very drawn to them. But it feels almost a little bit unhealthy. It feels like something that you're meant to learn from, and I don't see much here telling me that, you know, I don't see that future promise here, okay? I was going to say something and it just kind of went right over my head. But yeah, there's just strong sexual chemistry here, okay? With respect to your energy, you coming out with as your energy or your feelings toward this person being the Temperance card, I feel like they might want to move at a pace that you're not ready for, or you might feel like, you know, maybe they're coming on too strong, or you're not ready to engage in, you know, that kind of, you know, intimacy, so to speak, right? So maybe you're not ready to like take that step with them and get in the sack, or it could just be that you are, you know, wanting some time away from them. It feels like you could be feeling a little overwhelmed by them. Temperance shows you wanting to go slow, move at your own pace, not rush things, taking your time, and just making sure that, especially with the Four of Swords here, making sure that you're moving at a pace that you're comfortable with, okay? With the challenge being the Four of Swords, that's exactly, you know, what I'm picking up, which is like tempering yourself, right? Not getting so caught up in, you know, it almost feels like I'm hearing love bombing, and I hate to say that, but yeah, it feels like somebody who's just like constantly wanting your attention, or, you know, wanting to be in your energy. But I don't know that it doesn't feel stable. It doesn't feel sustainable with the Tower card here, right? It feels like, I almost get the sense that you're like, dang, this is a lot, right? And it seems like what I want, but there might be an energy that's telling you, to hold off, right? To like not move so fast. And with the Tower card, I feel like something could be revealed about this person, maybe some secrets, even in, again, place yourself where you see fit. This could be your energy as well, where there's something hidden. There's some, you don't know, maybe you don't know this person very well, or maybe it's just that you feel your gut, your intuition is telling you that something is off, that there's something else that maybe they're not revealing to you, especially with the Seven of Swords here, coming out as the advice, moving strategically, moving quietly in secrecy. But yeah, it's also about, you know, reserving yourself and guarding yourself, because the Seven of Swords speaks of fears. So maybe it's that, you know, you do feel like something is telling you, hold on, you know, like don't move so fast. With the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, the Five of Swords being the potential outcome, there's conflict here. I feel like there's mental conflict here, and this could be you know, just like fighting with yourself. And it's funny because you go from Four Swords, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, lots of swords energy. So you could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Also, or you could just have strong air in your chart. But you know, I feel like somebody is really in their head about this situation and experiencing maybe even some sort of anxiety or just discomfort to the point where you're like, you know what, I need to retreat. I need to spend some time by myself. You could be already in this energy, right? You could be in the energy of taking time out for yourself to figure out how to move forward. But let's look into that devil. Please clarify the devil for Virgo's person's feelings. Clarify the devil. Why is the devil here? Clarify the devil. Yeah, the Ace of Swords, because I feel like they're not saying something. I feel like something's hidden underneath the surface, and I feel like, you know, when I see Temperance, this person has 1 foot in the water, and it reminds me of the Star card too. It's funny. This person has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground, right? So it's like learning to balance your emotions, not getting so caught up in how you feel in the moment where you lose your ground, right? That you're thinking logically, right? Does this make sense? Is this right? Is this good for me? Is this healthy for me? The Ace of Swords, clarifying the devil, I feel like this person may be hiding something, or maybe they're just, you know, they're not, I feel like they're not being honest about something here, okay? I feel like there's something here that they're hiding, that with the Tower comes to light. Clarify the Tower here for this person's intentions. Yeah, the Moon. This is hidden things. This is secrets. This is also illusions, right? So I feel like if you feel judgment, yes, somebody's going to make a decision, or divine is, with that Tower there's a moment where lightning strikes and, you know, you find out, you know, what's hidden beneath the surface. With the Moon card there, yeah, I do feel like there's some confusion here. There's some secrecy. There's something that comes to light. With that Nine of Cups there, I feel like, you know, this person could be someone who, you know, wants, it's like they, how can I say this? They're a person who comes in and like they'll take, but it's like I don't really feel like you feel, you know, that reciprocity when it comes to, you know, whatever it is that you need and your desires and your wants. With Judgment at the bottom of the deck, somebody here is going through some sort of awakening. I'm sorry, you guys, my storage was full. As I was saying, I honestly can't even remember exactly where I left off, so I hope that this just makes sense. But looking here, with the Devil being clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Moon clarifying the Tower, I feel like this person is hiding something. And I feel like the truth is going to be revealed if it hasn't been already. It could have been that it already happened with the Four of Swords and you've already retreated. You've already, like, now you've taken time for yourself and you're not on speaking terms with this person. But with the Seven of Swords here and the Five of Swords, I really feel a strong sense that you need to be very careful with trust and, you know, how much trust you give to someone, especially in new connections, right? So just be really discerning. Don't allow anybody to pull you into their toxic ways or their drama. You know what I mean? Like, don't make anybody else's war your own. Okay. Oh, look, the World. So something is coming to an end. Something's complete. Maybe you ended things with this person after finding out some really, you know, deep, dark secrets about them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Tell me about, clarify their behavior and actions with the Nine of Cups here for Virgo. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, and it came out in the reverse. So I feel like this person, it's like this person wants way more than what they give. I think that's where I left off, right? It's like there's an imbalance in this connection where either you were pouring more into this person or this person was just getting more of their needs met than you were. And at some point it just became very overwhelming, or this person's lies, whatever it is, caught up with them. The bottom of the deck, I do see the Hermit, which is you. This is your energy. So I do feel like many of you are already like in hermit mode, literally, like you've pulled your energy back and you're not doing it with this person. person anymore. I feel like you're reflecting a lot. And with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords here, I feel like that's the best thing you can do, is set those boundaries and stand on them. Don't sway, right? If somebody's not being fair with you, or you feel like something is unrequited, like the love is unrequited, then, you know, it's time to pull back your energy, right? Pull that power back. Anything else here for Virgo on the advice here with the Seven of Swords? Anything else? Yeah, justice. This person, you could have been dealing with somebody who's in a relationship or who's married, or something like that. Somebody just, I'm not seeing the Three of Swords, but definitely I'm getting karmic. There's a karmic tie. There's like an energy of like codependency, right? You know, you could have a strong desire for somebody and want somebody, but when you cross over into like, I need you in my life, I can't do this without you kind of energy, it's like, you know, that very codependent, right? Because, and with justice coming out in the reverse, there was some sort of injustice, something was imbalanced, something imbalanced, something was unfair. I said I wasn't going to take reversals, but I couldn't help that, okay? But, you know, reading it upright is like, no, have integrity, stand on your boundaries, stand on the truth, stand on your integrity, okay? And you know what you know, right? Bottom of the deck, Empress. This is about nurturing yourself, loving yourself. You know, I feel like you've already pulled back your energy from this person, and it could be, you know, it's hard when you're dealing with karmic connections, right? Because you feel that very passionate, there's this strong passion kind of feeling, right? Where you're just like, oh, like I miss that person's scent, or I miss how they, you know, caressed my hair. Simple things like that, that'll, you know, and I get it. But, you know, you need to stand 10 toes down. Focus on yourself is literally the advice that I'm getting, right? With the Empress, this is about self-love, nurturing yourself. And the Eight of Pentacles is like focusing on the things that are important to you, that you value, right? Whether that be work, you know, focusing on your work, focusing on passion projects, or just working on loving yourself better and more. Okay, Virgo, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, please let me know how in the comments down below. Give your girl a like. It helps my channel. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading or following me on my other social media platforms, which right now is only Instagram because I deactivated my TikTok. I'll share that another time. But yeah, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. I love you all so much. Peace, love, and light. Mwah.